So we're recording. Hi guys, how you doing?
Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Just setting up the live stream so we can welcome in everybody on Facebook, but it's so good to see you both here. It's always fun to hang out. It's like a reunion. Okay, so setting up the Facebook stream, Ask a Feng Shui Professional Live, and today we have with us Miss Ronda Foster, and she is
Hello, everyone.
she is one of our lovely students and trains with us with the Intrinsic School of Feng Shui. And now we are going live. Come join us and ask us questions. Okay. So we should be streaming live. It says it's preparing to set up, but I know that means that we're already going live within the group. We'll give everybody a few minutes to get situated. Come find us. The notification should be popping up on your phones. There we are. I see myself. Okay, so perfect. We're there. Hi, everybody. Hi, it's Lisa with the Intrinsic School of Feng Shui. And Steve, do you want to say hi to everybody?
Hello, everybody. I'm also with the Intrinsic School of Feng Shui.
Oh, no way.
No. Yeah, we both have a company that has a different same name. That's amazing.
We have that in common. and Ronda Foster from the Intrinsic School of Feng Shui.
Hello,
No way.
everyone.
No.
Thank you so much for joining us today. It looks like we have a few people that are joining us. I'm going to refresh my page. Yeah, so everybody, as you know, Steve and I are partners and co-founders, founding members and Feng Shui masters. And we are of the Intrinsic School of Feng Shui, where we train others to live a more Feng Shui lifestyle using our methods of practicing Landform Feng Shui and Black Sect Tibetan Buddhist Feng Shui as well. And joining with us here is Miss Ronda Foster. She trained with us. Which round did you were with us last summer, right, Ronda?
Yes, the summer, I believe it was the last online course that you presented.
Yeah, so last summer you trained with us and you've been with us ever since, which has been really beautiful. Joining us in any of our other training sessions. And so it's all been kind of like this blur. I can't believe how much has happened since then.
Yes.
But we wanted to include you in this Ask a Feng Shui Professional series that Steve and I are hosting on our business page to give everybody some exposure into what it is like to live the life of a Feng Shui professional trained with us and under our guidance. And first, I would like you to share, Ronda, what is your business name?
I have several. I'm a serial entrepreneur, but I am the owner of a local botanica here in St. Petersburg, Florida, called Botanica Yemayao Local. I practice an African traditional religion, so I am a Olarisha and high priestess of that tradition, as well as a hoodoo practitioner.
And what does that mean for people? Because that's a new concept to a lot of people that are with us. Can you explain a little bit about your experience with that?
Yes, so I am born through like an 8th generation seer. So I communicate with on a spiritual level. And so my business is kind of based around that. It's an open botanica, so I do like sell candles and herbs and those kind of things as well. A lot of people come to me for guidance, whether they want to have a conversation with someone that has like passed over, or if they are having issues in their current situation and they have some blockages and they don't understand like where the blockages are coming from. I assist in that. To give open consultation for that. So it's just a magical place. I do magical things, and from a magical family, and it's just the way I give back to service to humanity.
Beautiful. So there's a lot of deep history, ancestry,
Yes.
a lot of wisdom and knowledge that goes into your line of. I mean, really, that's a lifestyle on its own.
Yes.
Why? Can you tell us a little bit about how you found Feng Shui and how you found me and Steve?
So, Feng Shui, I think, came into my life because a great friend of mine introduced me to the Marie Diamond app. So, from there, it allowed me to learn a lot of things about myself that um, concerned like being in a certain alignment. As a spiritualist, it's very important for me to always kind of stay grounded and be into alignment. But so just going through that app just brought up like other questions. And so I started doing some research. And as I researched, I came across your feng shui page, and like so many times it was like, okay, I'm gonna reach out, I'm gonna ask for a consultation. But there was something in me saying that like it's more than a consultation, like you need to go deeper, like you need to do a little history on it. And so I was doing research, and then I don't even understand how I found Steve. So I ended up saying, oh, okay, so man, there's a course that's getting ready to take place. Like maybe I'll just like kind of go through the course, see how like what I learned going through the course. I reached out to Steve, who pointed me right back to you. So I was like, okay.
You can't get away from us.
So it's like, okay, I'm signing up. Like I'm gonna take the course. And I remember my reaction to the first time you guys started talking about like the health and poison arrows. And I had gotten myself checked and was told that the house that I lived in was making me ill. And so I couldn't understand it from that standpoint. It was like, oh my God, so do I need to sell my house? Do I need to find another place? And so in that class, Steve was talking about like poison arrows and all the things that like could adversely affect our health. And so I was sitting there and I started to look around, and we were on live. So we were live, and I got like almost to a panic state, because then I thought about the reading that I had just experienced that said like your house is making you sick. And so I knew right then and there that I was in the right place, that I was in a safe space with you guys for sure, and that that things were going to turn around. And I knew that that class had a lot to do with it. Yeah, so
I remember that moment, and Steve and I are like, wait, don't panic, because it's very simple. It's very simple to fix, isn't it?
Yeah, I panicked. It was like I was looking at things like my dining room table and like just certain things, and like literally I could see all these different corners where I was sitting in like this favorite spot. But
and
like
you spent a lot of time in a spot that had some poison arrows that were pointing at you, right?
Yes.
So,
yes.
so what changes did you make right away?
So I made a lot of changes. I changed the furniture. I started using things that we had learned in class, like the crystals to like divert the energy, moving things around. I even got rid of a few pieces of furniture, and instantly doing those things, I started to notice that I was resting better, that I was more comfortable. I started feeling a little more secure in my space. And like I wasn't getting like headaches. I had started getting very serious headaches. And as soon as I started making those changes, and at first they were like very subtle, very minimal changes and positioning, and I started literally feeling better, and it just made me continue to do more.
Wow,
Yeah.
fantastic. That's great.
Yeah.
It's like the doors open up once you get into those early lessons, and you're no longer looking at your surroundings the same way that you used to.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Great story. I have to use that one.
It's a true story. Like it's true. My house is quite large, so I'm still like in the process of like doing different changes. I painted my house on the outside according to the energy. Um, uh, just made different little things here and there. The plants on the outside of my house changed, and the energy that I get now is amazing. Like I get so many compliments on my house, just even the colors that I chose to paint my house, the landscaping. I get people like if I'm going to my car every day, just stopping saying, "Oh my God, like your landscaping is so beautiful." The color of your house is so beautiful. So definitely, it has been a great improvement, and
Do
I'm
you, do you,
very
do you,
happy.
do you feel like it actually attracted some more opportunities in business for you too?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. So my business had suffered a fire last year and had been literally closed for the entire year.
Hmm.
But and I was so glad that I took the class before I decided to go and repurpose or find the direction that I wanted to take my business in.
Right.
And literally, I was able to go in there and just look at it from a different, using the Bagua map, of course, look at it from a totally different perspective and start even positioning things that are inside of my store in a way that it works in harmony. And it's not like a lot in there right now, but people walk in my store and they automatically, it's like, oh my God, like the energy in here is so amazing. Like it feels so good in here and it makes me feel the same. So yeah, the class was just amazing for me, personal and my business for sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Well, we
Yeah.
certainly always enjoy having you. And I love to hear all of the different developments that are happening in your life because they come in really wild. You set some goals. It's almost like you put it out there and then you're doing, and Feng Shui is just one of the modalities that you use. But
Absolutely.
in tandem with everything else, you're able to help create spaces that help you bring and actualize in these goals. So, like, I remember we had you come to a live event and you're telling me about all this travel that you're doing.
Yes.
Can you talk a little
Yes.
bit about that?
Yes. So even as a priestess, I travel a lot. I go take a lot of initiations and I participate in a lot of initiations. And so literally the moment I started positioning things around feng shui wise, all of a sudden I started getting a lot of phone calls from different priests out of the country. Brazil is like my favorite. That's like a second part of my home now. And I'm sure one day I will literally end up building a home in Brazil. I go there and I just feel so good. The land is so welcoming. Feng Shui land is important. The way it's positioned, so I just feel so good there, but all kinds of opportunities for me to travel and speak started opening up. And I know that it was just because I changed my environment, I changed things around me. I was very serious about feng shui, and feng shui has really been good to me. And it hasn't even been that long, but every day that there are just these changes, and I know that I can attest them to feng shui. And even health wise, because I'm an herbalist and I'm getting ready to graduate a 2-year program. We graduate on
Oh,
October 9th. I'm gonna go,
congratulations.
yeah, I'm gonna go into the Chinese program, but even in herbalism, I learned some things about our body when it comes to feng shui. There's even a yin and a yang to the trees. There's even a yin and a yang to just the things that we incorporate into our diet. So, like, it's been very eye-opening, very eye-opening.
That's right.
Very,
That's right.
yeah.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And also, you've been able to change. You just said, you're kind of like, you have so much going on with your services and your businesses and how they're evolving.
Mhm.
How has Feng Shui helped to shape the services that you're providing?
Well, um That is just a whole nother kind of like topic, because now I'm looking at my clients in a different kind of, I have a different vision for them.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm asking them like, okay, so what direction does your door face? Like I find myself like asking these feng shui questions and saying, giving them even tips on changing things about positioning in their home. I've had people come, take little snapshot, bring.
Oh, we got a little frozen over there, Rhonda. That happens. Good old Mercury in retrograde. We'll wait until she comes back a little bit here. Yeah, I like how Zoom conversations sometimes turn into like seances when we have to be like, Rhonda, are you there?
Yeah. You
Steve,
okay, Ron?
yeah. She'll be back with us in a minute, but Steve, is there anything that you want to add while we're waiting for Rhonda to come back to us about this conversation around, oh, she's back.
I don't know. It just started freezing. I'm like, oh.
I know.
Yeah. So I have certain people just bring me pictures of like they're sleeping. When they tell me, oh my God, like I'm having trouble sleeping, well, take a picture of your bedroom and bring me your bedroom and let me see how I can help you there to just like, rearrange some things so that you have like better sleep. So I'm always, even in my consultations, giving people small little tips that can like help them, maybe sleep better, maybe feel better in their environment. Like, so it is definitely a part of my daily conversation.
So you do actually help people online at times, right?
Yes.
I mean, that is actually something that I want to make sure that people understand, that you can actually run your business from your home if you really want to.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, that's great, because I do think there are some people that are still a little feared about, maybe leaving the nest at this point. But, you certainly can do an awful lot of help, a lot of aid for people just by using your computer or your laptop and whatever. Right.
Yeah, I love that too. It makes the people that you work with it more than just the people that you can find in your neighborhood. Even though you have your brick and mortar for people to come visit you, it gives you more flexibility, and also it takes you more international in who you get to reach and support as well.
Yes.
And especially since you're traveling so much to Brazil and so on and so forth, that really widens it for you, widens your reach and the family in which you work with.
Absolutely.
Yeah, as you were talking, I was remembering all the great conversations we had in the course, in the series in which you first came to us, and you've been such a great mentor in showing up and being there for the later sessions even, because we'd like to have our graduates come back and meet the new people training, so they have that perspective of what it's like once you graduate. We're not just like cutting people loose and like, bye, like here's your diploma, good luck.
Yes.
You've been very valuable in being there for people that are newer, and showing them a good example of and how you can use feng shui in all these different areas in your lifestyle and in your business, and also giving that comfort that, yeah, this is a lot to learn, and hey guys, I was there once too. This was all very overwhelming, and now look, and now it's something I do every day, and I don't even think about it as much. But yeah, you've had some really beautiful relationships within the group as well. I think that's been very valuable.
I love people. I come from a family of people that, and my mom, like, she loved people. Like, we would come home and there would be like a homeless person at our dinner table, because she always showed genuine care and concern for humanity. And that's where I get that from. Like, I love people. I love to serve. So at whatever capacity that is, if I can do something for one person that changes their perspective or that uplifts them, I'm good with it. Like, I don't need the accolades for it. I just want to help people. It can be that homeless man that's walking down the street. If I can say something positive to him, because most people frown at them or turn their nose up at them. But if I can smile and get a smile back from that person, like, I feel good about, that's an accomplishment for me in a day. So I have people reaching out to me, asking me questions all the time on Facebook. I have a Facebook group. It's Ronda Foster Coaching, and it was just like supposed to be like an example about how you build organic likes on Facebook. I have people that ask me questions from India. I have people that are in Africa, Ghana. I had somebody reach out to me this morning from Ghana, from Montreal, and I just love it, and I just always just like to be in service. So I'm always so welcoming here, and it just to
It
help me,
shows too. It's
just
when
to
you
help.
get your energy right, your people find you, and
Yeah,
it's very attracting. And that's a deeper level of feng shui. I think a lot of people think, well, this will make a very beautiful, well decorated home or office environment, but there's so much more to
it's
it.
a lot more. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, and you're a good example of that, Rhonda. Rhonda, can you tell everybody too how what are your big goals that feng shui is helping to support you towards, and
So
how can people also in this process stay most connected? You mentioned your Facebook page, but what are, if you want to share in addition how people can find you?
So I am starting a new podcast, and it's a short form podcast, but I want to get to the point where I have a YouTube channel as well, so we can have live conversation. I've been writing a book on relationship, and it stems from a lot of my clients are women and men equally that are having issues with relationships. I myself have had issues with relationships. So I started to journal my feelings and write about it. And so I have started a podcast called Life Points with Rhonda. And so on that podcast, it's just like, I want to keep it short, just give information how to build upon solid relationships. So I can be contacted as well at lifepointswithrhonda@gmail.com. You can find me on Facebook at Ronda Foster or Ronda Foster Coaching on Facebook. Uh, Man, there's there's a lot of things that I do, but these are the things that are most so close to my heart, like just helping people understand relationship, understand themselves. And again, feng shui, like open that. Like I wasn't even thinking anything on the lines. I deal with people every day, and I wasn't, headed in that direction. But these are just when you open yourself up to certain energies and clear certain energies away from you. Like my thoughts have been clearer, and it's like, oh, well, why don't you start a podcast? Like, why don't you, add that to your genre? And again, for me, it's helping people. If I can say something that's going to help somebody, like I'm good with that. But it all started, like these are projects that happened after I started with Feng Shui. After I dived into that course, and every day I'm still going through notes that we've gone through. I'm still looking at videos that, we covered in class. Like it's just been such an incredible part of my life that it is just incorporated into my daily routine. And every time I think about something, I'm thinking about it as a feng shui professional as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It shows. I love how you're talking about your open-heartedness and your desire to help people, because 100% of the people who come to us come from that place, come from the desire to really help and make a positive impact and change for their clients or for their family.
Yes.
But in return, it ultimately reflects back on them. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's very uplifting as an individual as well, because it's what you're putting out is what comes back to you. And you're a really, really great example of that, Rhonda. And we're so happy to have you in the Intrinsic School of Feng Shui family
Thank
as
you.
a graduate and well esteemed. And we can't wait. I can't wait to pick up your book and get it in my hands when you're ready to put that out there, because I love your podcast. It's very poetic and harmonious, and just listening to it really gets your mind thinking and evaluating relationships in a different way. So I think it'll be very valuable for people to listen.
Thank you so much. I'm so grateful to be here. Always.
Steve, did I leave anything out?
No, the one thing that I'd like to mention before we do leave is that I'm so glad you brought up relationships with respect to feng shui. Quite often, most people think of, well, I'm going to call a feng shui consultant to help with my wealth, or help with my career, or help with my health. Well, those are all possibilities. But a lot of people don't think about how it can actually impact relationships. I'm actually working on a article right now about that myself, that really in a lot of cases there's an awful lot of chaos that can happen in a family structure that can be actually relieved and smoothed over and make everybody more productive. So relationships to me is also very important for what we do. So I'm really glad you brought that up, Rhonda. That's a really strong point that often is not emphasized.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a very important topic. And I think also, in you working with relationships so deeply, Feng Shui is a profession and a field that doesn't just apply to interior designers or and decorators, or realtors. It also applies to life coaches. And Steve put together a huge list of career potential ideas that he's been sharing with people who have come to us and asked. Especially for those out there seeking, what is my life purpose? Like, what am I supposed to do with these natural gifts that I have, and what can help me get to that next level? I think this conversation right here, if this is speaking to anybody, if you are enjoying listening to Rhonda talk, feel free to say hi to her in the comments. If you have questions, we're going to be putting this out there for everybody, and that door is open. We'll make sure to get you in contact with Rhonda if you have any questions about training. Any of the three of us would be happy to explain. Well, guys, I'm so happy to spend this time with you as always. I look forward to the next time. And Steve, you want to tell everybody about our upcoming training?
Sure. We have our class starting on October the 1st in Fort Myers, Florida, but we'll be streaming the whole day, and everything, of course, is recorded, and we have a lot of webinars. I think that does set us apart a little bit, that we have a lot of direct contact with people. It's not just a bunch of videos, and so we're looking forward to that. I also would like to mention that on the 21st, which is I think next Wednesday, I'm doing a LinkedIn Live, and the topic there is, can you make a living with Feng Shui? So I'm hoping people decide to sign up for that too. So yeah, that's about it. And I want to thank you again, Rhonda, very much for showing up, and I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You guys are just phenomenal people. I lean on Lisa a lot. So it's not just taking a class and being left to yourself. Like, it's taking a class and having people that you can lean on, that you can reach out to, and they're just so supportive and always going to be there. So please take that into consideration as well. They're phenomenal teachers. I enjoy it myself. I've showed up in other classes. I will be scheduling myself so I can make an appearance in your October class and say hello to everybody. And so hopefully get to meet like some of you that'll be signing up for the class, but you couldn't have two more genuine people as instructors. So
nice of you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
That is true. That is from my heart's truth, for sure.
Oh, well, we're so grateful for you and each and every one of our students and everybody within our family. And I can't wait to see you in October. I'm so glad you'll be
Yes,
popping
I'll
in.
be
That'll
there.
be exciting.
I'm glad you said it. So I'm gonna put it on my calendar
Yeah.
and just definitely make sure I stop by.
Awesome. Well, thank you both so much. And we'll be sure to put that information in the links provided in the description of anything that we share. So you can contact Rhonda, get information on the upcoming course. And also next Wednesday, you can tune into Steve's live series on LinkedIn where you can learn about more Feng Shui professions out there. So until next time, we'll see everybody soon.
Bye-bye, folks.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Stop in the live stream and stop in the recording.